Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Ba-da-do-do. Oh, for anyone that questions my sanity, I'd say question no more. You nearly need to be insane to be as consistent as I am doing Coffee with Ken. Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way that the average human could do what I do. It's just impossible. It's just impossible. You know, I think about it. I missed one live in 7, 8 months. And I don't know what that means. The only thing I can see that it means is I must be crazy as heck. Must be crazy as heck. Because let me tell you, there are some days when it's hard to climb out of bed. Today's one of those days. Would have been better to hide in bed. I wasn't so afraid to do my show as just afraid to get out of bed and face what happened after the show. Hello, Ike. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Truly. Hello, Jess. Is somebody else? User. Oh, user. That's Sherry. That's Sherry. It's funny that I have a user that watches that I know her name. Lovely woman by the name of Sherry. Watching 2 days in a row now. Hello, Nang. Hello, Lisa Smith. Good morning, Josh Ogrand. I know I drive jokes into the ground, so I'll drive this one into the ground. I met this lovely young woman a couple of years back at a Starbucks in Naperville. She enjoyed this experience so much, she immediately packed her bags and moved to Florida. That's the way the effect I have on women. Oh yeah. That's why they call me the ladies' man. Hello, Books by Davis. Hello, Nang, if I haven't said hello. And I probably said hello to you, Lisa Smith, as well. And good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Wednesday morning. It is Wednesday morning. And it is 6:04 a.m. And it is November 13th. Happy Wednesday. It's a little show I've been doing for a while. It's a show about me talking, sharing some feelings, sharing the ups and downs we have in life. But for those that have been watching a while, you know it's more than just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. Good morning, Diane. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee. Maybe that's why I keep doing my show. I know I'm going to keep having my coffee. So I figure, what the heck? Let's have coffee with friends. Maybe I could change it from Coffee with Ken to Coffee with Friends. It's not even a horrible idea. It's not a horrible idea. McPherson looks like they're having a rough morning. Oh, they look like they have a good attitude about it. So welcome, McPherson, and welcome, Diane. I'm getting a lot of comments. We've got a very talkative audience today. It's distracting the crud out of me. I'm supposed to be about halfway. Good morning, Sandra Lynn. I've got a soft spot for Sandra Lynn, I think. She chimes in, good morning. I feel I need to say hello. Although I try and say hello to most of you. Hi, Jimmy. Anyway, as I was saying, this is not just a show about me talking. It is also, oh, hello, Chip, I didn't see you. Also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee, and I am excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, good morning, Derek. And good morning, Mary. And good morning to my coffee. Oh, I will tell you what. I chose well today. It's weird, and I'm sure you could make it a metaphor or whatever for life. But you drink flavor. So again, it's Wednesday morning. I wonder how you guys are doing. I wonder how you're feeling. I wonder how you slept. You know, we have a coffee shop here in my little town. I like the coffee. Derek, you didn't finish? Buckeye with a hint of vanilla flavor. I did not know that, Derek. I did not know that, Derek. Mary, what is it that you're dreading? That's weighing heavily on me. I know McPherson's up there wishing he had some coffee today. I'm sorry, McPherson. I wish I could send you a cup. I wish I could send you a cup. Lisa Smith is feeling good because Kentucky beat Duke. I saw that there was a basketball tournament on last night. Not a tournament per se, but a 2 games from 4 big-time teams. Michigan State lost to Kansas. And apparently, Kentucky beat Duke. And that makes Lisa Smith very happy. I was watching a few minutes of that game last night, Lisa Smith. And I didn't know that they changed coaches from John Calipari. And that they had a guy coaching that looked vaguely familiar, that apparently may have played with Kentucky in 1996 when Antoine Walker and maybe Ray Mercer or something like that. I don't know. They had a Really good team back then, too. Oh, Chip asked, you had mentioned a few weeks ago about maybe going to a game with my friends. Did I end up? Chip, that game is on Friday. That game is on Friday. Chip has a good memory. They're not really my friends, and I'm not going with them. I'm not going with them. They're the assistant coaches. I've got a group that watches me that are the assistant coaches for an NCAA basketball team. And they coach the Duquesne Dukes, which I always kind of thought Duquesne was in Iowa for some reason. And I was at breakfast with my buddy the other day telling him this story, and he said he thinks Duquesne is outside of Pittsburgh. I still don't know. But I bet my money's on my buddy over my guess. So I'll say they're probably outside of Pittsburgh, although I think they're in Iowa for some reason. And anyway, these assistant coaches watch me. And one reached out like a year and a half ago, and one of the coaches' birthday, and they sent me $5 to do a little video singing them happy birthday to one of the coaches and give them well wishes. The funny thing is I went to Illinois, and Duquesne played Illinois in the NCAA tourney last year and happened to beat Duquesne. Anyway, Duquesne's coming in on Friday, and they're going to play Chicago's. Chicago's got a good private school named DePaul that many have probably heard of, and they used to be kind of a powerhouse in basketball and were the team I cheered for as a kid. And Duquesne is coming in on Friday and is going to play them in a game of basketball, and I'm going, and I'm going to go. I was thinking of inviting a friend or two, but I think I'm going by myself. Just check it out. Meet the coaches. Maybe meet some of the team. Maybe they'll let me join them on their layup drill. Or get in on the huddle. Hey guys, we're getting our butts kicked. We got to turn that frown upside down and get a better attitude. Let's go do it. Let's win. And then the Duquesne Dukes will come back from 23 down at half and rally to a dominating win because of my inspirational words that I shared. What a story that would be. What I did not know. I thought I should either be a stockbroker or a realtor for most of my life. And then I thought maybe content creation was my thing. And then maybe waiting tables might be my thing. What I did not know is my skill that I have deep inside is basketball coach. And that just a few words sprinkled on a team at halftime can rally them to great things in the second half. Mary, I didn't put anybody in their place. Mary's telling me how impressed she was that I put Connor in his place. I love Connor. I even love his boss. I didn't put anybody in their place. No, Mary, you're reading the situation wrong. I mean, Connor was a... Don't say I put Connor in his place. I love Connor. Connor watches my show. We hugged. Connor and I, my car salesman, I bought a car a week and a half ago. And I went into the details in a previous video and talked about the sales process and how it works and how it worked for me. And I'll tell you what, I have no complaints about them at all, but I just went through the process, and I feel I have enough experience in the process to navigate it safely by myself. And I had a great experience, and they got me in a car that I did not think I could afford. And it was not even a fancy car, it's just a Kia Soul. But I'll tell you what, it's a lifesaver for me, especially this morning. And I feel great that I have it. So I'm so thankful for the Kia dealership and for Connor, the salesman, that got me in the car. So, yeah. Good morning, Laura. But, yeah, I hugged Connor on the way out. We took pictures together. Good morning, Keith. We took pictures together. First, he took a couple pictures of me with just the Kia, and then he had somebody come over because, I don't know. He watches Coffee with Ken. He thought it was neat that Ken was buying his show. If I could go years back in time, what would I do differently? You know, part of me wants to say nothing. I would do nothing differently because what I have done has brought me to where I am. And where I am, I feel good about it. I mean, I only feel kind of good about where I am, but I feel great about where I'm going. So that's part of me wants to say I do nothing differently. Part of me wants to say I do everything differently. And I don't know which is, and I think they're both true. I think they're both true. I think if I would have, you know, I'm trying to look back and imagine my life without alcohol in it. And that's almost impossible to imagine because it was so much of the first 50 years of my life. Not the first 50 years, but the 17th year, maybe the 16th, 17th year to the 51st or 2nd year of my life. It was so much a part of those years. So it'd be hard to imagine my life without that there. That'd almost be like saying, hey, I had a different name, or I looked different, or I was a different human being. So it's really hard to say what I do differently. I'd hopefully be kinder to myself. I'd hopefully realize that the voice inside my head was mean and that I didn't have to listen to it. And that I could replace the negative voice inside my head with a kinder voice. And maybe have some faith that things happen for a reason and be a little more okay. I would change that. I would change that because, again, I can't even imagine what life would have been like without alcohol all those years. But I think what drove me to alcohol was the cruel voice inside my head. And if I could have softened that voice, because I didn't know. You guys might not know. You guys might be sitting there going, crap, my day's going to suck. Crap, my body's sore, my nose is running. My wife or my husband was mean. I'm mad at my parents. My kids are spoiled. You suck. You're ugly. You're worthless. Because those were the type of thoughts I was facing almost constantly. And you can change those thoughts. And what we think, I read a book that was written, it was like a first self-help book. And I think it was called like As a Man Thinketh. It was written over 100 years ago. And, yeah. As one thinks, that's who they are. And I've realized that with me, and I still struggle. I still wake up and go crap, or wake up and think about a nasty text I got last night, or something I got to do today, and I'm telling you, I'm not all smiles and cheer. But I realize that I can think better thoughts and feel better. And the best way to do that for me, find some things I'm grateful for, say a little prayer, have some faith. Hey, Mary, you got to let that conversation go. You got to let that conversation go. I mean, you do whatever you do, but I don't want to, Mary, again, let that conversation go, Mary. Or you do you. I guess and I was going to say it this morning, I think what I risk by doing this show, if I could offer something, quiet the voices inside your head. And one of the easiest way to quiet the voices inside your head is maybe turn down the voices of others a little bit and not listen or care what everybody else in the world thinks about what you're doing and who you are. And, because everybody's got an opinion and everyone's full of advice and everyone's, if you let, I think I'm especially sensitive as a human being. I think I connect with people, and I smile big, but I cry a lot as well. And I think because of that, I think I let people in more than they should be. And if you let enough people in, the voices inside your head get really complicated and can start running wild. And that's something I struggle with all the time. That's something I struggle with all the time. I can let, if somebody's angry at me, I respond with anger back. And then I'm feeling angry. So I'm letting other people impact me and who I am. And that's a struggle for me, I'll promise you. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Oh, God does love me. Thank you. I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. I don't know what you're talking about, Derek. I think I need some more coffee. I'm going to go get myself a little more coffee. Oh. Whew. It's a big day today, folks. It is a big day today, folks. Look, if I did this. Woo! Try it like that for a while. We will try it like that for a while. Is that good? It might be good, might be bad. Derek's talking to a person he wanted to help, but they refused my help. Well, you can't fix, save, change anybody, Derek. And just reading your words, good morning, Ryan. Reading your words makes me think that you need to work on yourself and focus on working on yourself, Derek. Because you're saying that you wanted to help this person, but they refused your help, and it's a hard pill for you to swallow, and what can you do? That sounds, and I'm a newbie-ish at this, that sounds codependent, I believe. And what you can do, Derek, what you can do, and I'll give you the answer to what you can do. You can run out to the library today or the bookstore today and buy the book Codependent No More. and read that book. And I think it's life-changing. I think it'll be life-changing for you. It won't change. It'll at least change the way you look at your emotions that you are feeling, that you wanted to help this person, but they refused your help, so it's a hard pill for you to swallow. You think it's your job to help fix, save, change a person. And it is not, Derek. It is not. It is not, Derek. So let that go. Let that go. And go get the book, Codependent No More. Because you want to help somebody. And believe me, I've wanted to help and save and change and fix people. It's kind of offensive if you think about it. And it's just not your thing. And it's not even really possible. It's not even really possible, because if somebody's got to want to change. You know, maybe a little bit you can osmosize and drip positivity on somebody, and maybe hopefully by you watching my show, you guys smile a little bit in the morning. But yeah, let's have a little more coffee. I got a big day today. I moved into this place 3 months ago. Just over 3 months ago. It's just an extended stay. And I've been working as a waiter in Naperville for the last 3.5 months. And I got the job, and it was at a time when their staff was turning over, but they were still busy because it was the end of summer, so we're in a busy time. And the restaurant that I work at has slowed down a little bit, and they've hired a bunch of people, and they've cut back hours of operation, and they've cut back hours for me and shifts for me. And I was working 5 or 6 nights a week when I first started, and now I'm working about 3 nights a week. And I'm a guy that's twice divorced, has a lot of financial responsibilities, and can't afford this place on 3 nights a week. There's no way to. It feels liberating saying. It feels liberating saying. It's not even close. If I work here 3 nights a week and cover my financial responsibilities, I can't afford this. It's $1,600 a month. It's not even close. And before you guys all throw out suggestions, get a real job, be an Uber driver, work 7 jobs, I know. I think it's okay, and it feels liberating to just acknowledge that I can't afford this place right now. You know, it's not really even a choice, and it's not even really a tough decision. Star is asking if I've had a conversation with management there. I don't really know what that conversation would be about, Star. Hey, I can't afford this place. You know, if I'm them, I'm going to tell me to take a hike. You know? And maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe I will. And again, it's not even close, and I pay weekly here. I pay weekly. I pay them like $400 every week. You know, it's kind of, but I've got friends with big homes that spend that on their mortgage. Ish. And I'm in an extended stay studio. And I believe things are happen for a reason. Why don't I get a job using my degrees? Oh, feels so good. That feels so good. Laura, we don't need to figure out. Yeah, no. Laura said they're probably giving you all the hours they have to give. Yeah. I'm sure the management at the restaurant is getting hassled by everybody there. You know, everyone wants more hours at the restaurant. And I'm not one that's a moaner or a bitcher. And I don't want to be a problem for them. But I do realize if they don't have enough hours to give me and the wages aren't enough, I have to look for another solution. Oh, I got a very intrigued audience. I had this long pause, and I'm only saying this because in about a month I'm going to edit this video, and I'm going to wonder why I had this long pause. But I was reading all the comments. Good morning from Michigan, Angie. Thank you for tuning in. By the way, if you're going to go, hey, not original, I love you. But if you're going to go, I can't always give everyone a recap. Not original just said they went out to walk their dogs. And they came back in and they wanted a recap on what they'd missed. I can't give everybody a recap. That's not the way this show works. Again, I'm almost thinking I shouldn't even let all the voices inside my head. Oh, Alexandra Hope sent a heart me. That is the sweetest thing. Well, the rose is pretty darn sweet, too. The rose is pretty sweet, too. I appreciate that. Oh, Chipbot sending me a bunch of roses. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you all. So let's have a little more coffee. So, it's a big day. And I currently, we'll just throw it out there, spend about $60 a day on this room. Oh, the sky's getting pretty, by the way. There's some blue and some pink in the clouds. I'd turn the phone, but it wouldn't do it justice. So you'll just have to go with my words. You'll just have to imagine. You will just have to imagine it. How pretty it is. Maybe I could just sit here and look out my window. Hello, Kelly R. And stare at the clouds. Probably wouldn't be a bad use of time. Probably wouldn't be a bad use of time. And be thankful for the clouds and be thankful for my coffee. And just thought about things I was grateful for today. It's interesting. And I think our knee-jerk reaction, I've talked a lot about this before. I'll bet you if I sat here and looked outside the window and thought about how pretty the clouds were and verbalized how beautiful the clouds were, I'd have a lot of people tuning off. But if I talked about how I couldn't afford the hotel, or my car got a flat tire, or I sprained my ankle or skinned my knee, or had an argument with somebody, my audience would grow. And that's not an issue with me, that's an issue with society. And again, that's why the news does so well and so many people watch the news. Alexander said gratitude is so important. Just think about it. You know, I've come to the realization that at 3 shifts a week, I can't afford this place. That's the most important part of that story. And that feels good even coming to that conclusion. What's next for me? My next sip of coffee. Oh, feels good. Feels good. Oh, so I feel good today, and I'm excited about my day. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to play out. I am not exactly sure how it's going to play out. Oh, I got plans. I've got plans. I have plans. Believe me. Believe me. I'm not down and out. Matter of fact, I'm kind of upbeat. I tend to be upbeat. Maybe that's part of the charm of my show. I've got a good energy, I've heard. Huh? Do I have a good energy? What do you think? Do I have a good energy? I think I do. I think it's important to have a good energy. I'd hate to have a bad energy. Be one of those people that walks into a crowd and the crowd moves in the other direction. Or doesn't want you around. Huh. Weebree, thank you so much for sharing the live. How's that little Lawrence of yours? That little man and your little love of your life. Your little man they call Lawrence. Just turned 2, I think. Just turned 2, I think. Have a long time watcher. We like to call her Weebree. She's been watching since before her child was born, and her child has just turned 2. Forget what her husband's name. Terrible 2s are in full effect. That's funny. I had my 2 kids out last night. It was fun. I picked them up from their mama's house and drove them to downtown Naperville, and we had a great time. I brought them to my favorite playground in Naperville. It's along the Riverwalk, and it's kind of cool. It was probably 50 degrees or so, and I got them there at 4 o'clock, so it was getting dark. And had a really nice time, and I think they were super excited to be playing there. And there was a little boy there named Nicholas who's could run around and was fast, and I think Augie thought he was pretty cool hanging with it. I mean, they're almost the same age, but Augie has Down syndrome, so he's a little smaller and a little less developed, but he thought he was pretty cool hanging with this big kid named Nicholas and playing with his sister and climbing up and going down the slides, and was so proud of himself that he could go down the slide. And I'll tell you what, you have a kid with Down syndrome, there's so many opportunities to be inspired just by his joy. And I'll get teary-eyed if I keep talking about this, but by his smile and his happiness in his eyes and his little devilish grin when he knows he's doing something he's not supposed to. He doesn't understand when he does something he's not supposed to. He could be getting not in trouble, but putting himself in a little danger, like trying to run towards the parking lot or what have you. And it's usually not that. But I tell you, when you got 2 little ones that are the same size, imagine 2 2-year-olds. Imagine 2 2-year-olds, because Augie's 3.5, but again, he's the size and developmentally roughly what a 2-year-old might be. And he doesn't fully understand a bunch of things. And I'm, trying to love on Eve as much as I can. And then Augie, I see running off into wherever Augie might be running off into. Then I brought him to the library. And I tell you what, for anyone that's got 2 little ones, and let's just pretend they're both 2, because they're about, like I said, it feels they're the same size and, communicatively about the same level and developmentally. So let's just pretend they're both 2. When they're in the stroller strapped in, I feel much safer and much more at ease. And we're just walking around, and they only can move a little bit. And I can bring them some pretzels or a chunk of banana or whatever to eat. But then we get to the library, which is our destination. Good morning, Chris Waters. And I let them loose. And we have Naperville Library has got a big kids play area, and there's other kids there and other kids playing with toys, and it's just hard when there's two of them. It's just hard when there's two of them. It's almost impossible. It is almost impossible. That's why I got to keep going and get that 3-bedroom, 2-bath split level with a nice fenced yard and a nice 2-car garage for my red Audi A6, my 2 scooters, and my white Kia Soul. Why will I have 2 cars? I don't know. I don't know. But I was envisioning the split level in Naperville before I had the Kia Soul. And in my mind, I had a red Audi A6 in the garage. And now I added a Kia Soul before I got the rest of the stuff. I don't have anything else. I could only afford the Kia Soul. But I figured that was a good place to start. One for the kids and the other for date night. I get it. Am I enjoying the Kia? I am loving it, Weebree. I tell you what, I am loving it. It opens up things for me. I mean, I couldn't have picked up my kids last night. I wasn't able to see my kids for a while or pick them up or spend any quality time with them because I didn't have a way to get them. So it's been life-changing. And if I had to say, is this roof over my head and this room in the extended stay, which is more important, the roof over my head and my extended stay room or my Kia Soul? I would say my Kia Soul is far more important to the quality of my life and to keep going in the direction I'm going. And the Kia Soul is going to cost me whatever, $400, $450 a month, and this cost me $1,600. So with the Kia Soul, I have mobility and freedom and ability to pick up my little loved ones and do a lot of things that I needed to do. Do I have a scooter too? Yes, I do. Yes, I do have the scooter, but it's actually not in my possession. It is in the Kia dealership. I'm wondering, I put it back in the corner. The car salesman said it'd be okay here. Wonder when I'm going to get it. It's hard getting a scooter. You need driven to there, and you need a place to put it. I could drive myself to the Kia dealership and pick up the scooter, or I could Uber to the Kia dealership. I know, but where would I put the scooter? Where? Because I don't have the 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath ranch with a 2-car garage just yet. But I will. But I will. And moving forward is part of that. Moving forward is part of that. And today's a day where I'm moving forward with a smile and drinking some coffee. Last night on the ride home, or the drive home, I picked up a nice white shirt, a dress shirt, a shirt I like to go on interviews with. And I'd been wearing an older, I don't know about you, or if you're if there's men out there, if anyone wears button-down white shirts. But I'd been wearing a kind of dingy one that was a few years old, that didn't feel crisp or clean or fresh. And I went to something a month or two ago, and I went to it with my sister, and on the ride home I said, I'm going to throw out this white shirt because I deserve more than this. And this doesn't make me feel good or project the best version of me because, this shirt was kind of dingy and off-white. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I just couldn't look better. So last night on the ride home, I stopped by a store called Nordstrom Rack and knew I wanted to buy a a button-down shirt for sure. And I tried on a light blue button-down shirt, 16 and a half, 34, 35, because that's roughly my dimensions. And it was a good brand. It was a really nice brand. I forget what it was, maybe Calvin Klein or something. And it looked great. And it was light blue. And I thought, boy, I'd like this. This looks perfect on me. However, I came for a white one. And I can only afford one right now. And I think a white one will be better for any interviews I may have on Friday. And although the blue one looks fun, and although the blue one looks fun, I bought the white one. And it fits great, looks great. And I'll tell you what, I am going to feel really good when I wear it on Friday. But it's Wednesday morning, and I am excited about my day. The pink is gone from the sky, but I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful day just the same. And I'm looking forward. I got some bananas and some apples over there I'm going to eat. Going to munch on them, drink some more coffee, get hydrated, and get my day started. And I'm looking forward to my day, and I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. And I hope your week is going well, and I hope you are feeling good. And I hope you are loving yourself. And I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.